So I just put together a video with all recipes we've done over 2021, fish recipes we did. But you know, sometimes we don't catch fish. It's rare, I know. Once in a while we don't, and we're still hungry. We got to get something to eat. Or sometimes we need to get something to eat, get fueled up so we can go fishing, right? So this year, Sands on the Surf, we went to a couple of restaurants. So I thought I would put another video together, just a combination of all the places we've eaten this year, 2021, on Oak Island. And not just a video of the places we've ate, but I'll put it in order so you can see best places to have breakfast, great places to have lunch, and even some places for snacks and dinner. So let's check it out. Come on, let's go eat. You paying? Get the check. On fire. So what do you do in the morning? Go get some breakfast. So I went to the Old Bridge Diner, took my wife and our friend Sylvie, and we decided to go in there. And you know, there was a little line. There were so many cars in the parking lot. It was amazing. So they took down our name, gave us a little beeper thing, and we sat outside for like a minute. And the hostess recognized me. She's like, "You're Sands in the Surf." And I was like, "No, just kidding. She didn't recognize me. It's one of my students." Anyway, we sat outside for like a minute, but they got us in really quick. So we went in and we got a table in no time. And of course, I asked for the best table, which they gave us, which happens to just be the booth on the left. So if you're trying to find out what the best table is, it's right there. Now, the place was really packed. It was totally full. And it came with money. Look at that. Ready, like tip ready to go. So I opened up the menu there, and it wasn't hard for me to decide. They had a lot of good breakfast, and they have some other meals too, like lunch and stuff like that. But it was morning. I wanted to get some breakfast. Definitely starting with a cup of coffee. The waitress came right over, took down our orders, and I decided I'm going to get the biscuit and gravy, and you can get one or you can get two. Why would you only get one if you can get two? So I got two with a side of liver pudding. Yum, delicious liver pudding. I like liver pudding. If you've never had it, give it a try. It's pretty good. And we got some grits and some bacon and some eggs and biscuits and just an omelet. Your basic straight up breakfast diner food, but so good. I mean, I haven't had biscuits and gravy in a while, so this was really a good way to get my strength back after reeling in all those whiting. Eat. So I went to this really great place, which I don't know why I haven't done a video about this before. It's Bob's Dogs. If you've never gone to Bob's Dogs, well, let me tell you what, you're missing out. You need to go there. It's a small little place at the top of the island, right when you come across the old bridge. And it's like I said, look around here. There's a couple of seats. They got a couple of seats outside, but it's nothing fancy. But it's not like you're going to take a date there, but you're going to have a great lunch. They've got all these different types of hot dogs, and I guess they have burgers and other things too. But why would I get a burger at a place called Bob's Dogs? So I decided to get the parrot dog. I'm going to get two of those. And the other thing that is fantastic about Bob's Dogs is their lemonade. They make this really great lemonade. So I decided to order my two parrot dogs there and my lemonade, and I signed for it. I paid with my credit card, which is fine. And then she went and got my dogs, and while she was doing that, I snuck $1 into the tip bucket. I didn't even let her know. So it's between you and me. I gave her my pay. She gave me my lemonade, and I was like all ready to go, sit down, and just wait a couple of minutes for those dogs to magically appear on my table, which they did. But before they did, I got to get a taste of this great, delicious lemonade. Oh my God, this is so good, especially after being out in the salt water all day. Get dehydrated. That stuff's so good. So she just gave them to me as like a to-go thing, which is fine. I didn't tell her to go or to stay, so they might have come in a basket if I had said I was going to stay. But it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to eat those Bob's Dogs. So I got one out. I opened it up. A big reveal. There it is. It looks like a mess. I know it looks like a mess, but it is outstanding. And I just got myself a nice bite there, and it was great. So now that I got my strength back up with my food, I know I can go back out and I can get some fish. So at that point, I was hungry, so that's where the whole video started. I decided to go over to Kai Joe's. I think that's how you say it. It's like K-I. I always say Kaya Joe's, and people make fun of me, but it's Kajo's. Anyway, they sell tacos and burritos and stuff, and so I was looking at the menu, and I was like, I should get the surf taco because I fish in the surf. But But I decided to get I got two of the North Shore. At least I ordered two of the North Shore. I'm pretty sure is what I got. And they were shrimp. So they have lots of different things to choose from, but it's so fresh and it's so good. So I said, let me pick out one of these authentic looking taco drinks. And they had grapefruit, and I was like, not getting that. So I decided I'd go with the end one, which was lime. She took my order, and the line behind me was starting to get kind of long. So I was glad I got there when I did. Paid for it. And got my lime beverage, and then basically you order it in the front here, and then there's a little side window, and they call out your name, and you go pick it up on the side. So I took my drink, and I went and I stood on the side, and I just watched the line get longer and longer and longer. I did notice a couple of people had called in orders, and they just walked up, got their order, and went away. They were the smart ones. Look, all these cars are filled with people waiting for either online or waiting for the order to come, and the line got even longer than that, and that was pretty long at that point right there. But finally, my order came, and I took it, and I was all very happy about it, so I decided I would go home and eat it, and I left the camera on, so I drove home with the camera on. So here's what it looks like when I'm driving home with my soda in the passenger seat there. Anyway, when I got home, I'm telling you, these things are so good. Like, the cabbage was super fresh and crunchy, and the sauce was absolutely... But I was thinking about it. All that seafood made me hungry. Not for seafood so much, but for some peanuts. I'm like, I love this place right here. These nuts right here you can get. They have boiled peanuts. If you've never stopped, if you've never eaten boiled peanuts, I have to tell you, you need to do this. They have two flavors. They've got like the regular boiled peanuts, and then they've got the Cajun. Now I got the Cajun ones because I like a little spice in my life, but boiled peanuts are something wacky. They're like, the shell is almost soft enough to eat. You can like kind of break it off and eat the insides, but the insides of the peanut is like soft. It's like you could almost just like suck them in your mouth and like suck out the the peanut from outside the shell and then spit it out like you're chewing tobacco or something. So she scooped me up a big old bag. Look at this, $5, and I got this huge bag of boiled peanuts, Cajun style. She puts it in a plastic bag, then she puts it in a brown bag so no one knows she got the peanuts, you know, because you don't want people to know. And then I took them back, and I was going to show you me eating these, but I ate them all before I ever got a chance to film myself because they were so good. I was just like on the way back eating them and eating them and eating them. So, pink rod. So the wife and I decided, let's go out and get something to eat. So we went to the Island Deli. Now this is a local dive bar. There's no doubt about it. If you go in and you go towards the right, there's seating like a restaurant. But if you go towards the left, there's a bar. We decided to go in there, and we have our like favorite little table that we sit in. Seems like every time we go there, we sit at this little table, and everyone's at the bar just drinking beers. I'm telling you, these are locals. I bet you if you ask these guys some fishing stories, they can tell you. And I was going to get the mango jalapeno wings, and I think these are the best wings on the island. They're really super good, and they taste great. They give me some blue cheese, and they just taste really good. And I got a beer, and the wife got a Chardonnay, and she got a hot dog fully loaded, which was also really good. And I ate all my wings, as you can tell, and I ate the rest of her hot dog too, because I'm a pig. So anyway, we decided to go out to eat. We decided to go to Chasers. Have you not been to Chasers? You pretty much got to be a local to go to Chasers, because you're not going to even know it's a restaurant if you're on the outside. There's a small sign, says Chasers, and you go inside, and there are all locals in there. Now, the reason I wanted to go to Chasers is because, forget the menu. I'm going to look over the menu. No, I'm not getting anything on this menu. Tell them you want the wings, and tell them you're a local and you want the hot wings. You want their special hot sauce. And he'll be like, oh, I got you, dude. You want the wings with the hot sauce. And I'm like, yeah. So he's like, yeah, over your head hot sauce. And I'm like, yeah, bring it on, buddy. He's like, all right, wrote it all down. And he brought them out. I have heard Chasers has the best wings on the island. Now, there's a lot of food you can get. You can see everybody else got something different here. Fine, some great onion rings, some great French fries. It looks like some good hamburgers and such. But you know what? I'm like, this is the best wings on the island. I'm getting the wings. So there they are. So I took a bite, and I can tell you they did not disappoint. They were meaty. They were delicious. The hot sauce was actually hot. They probably are the best wings on the island. Check it out. Go to Chasers. Tell them Sands in the Surf sent you. Tell them you want the hot sauce on the wings. And tell them you want some extra napkins too. Anyway, we got back and decided just to come back to Oak Island. We came back to Oak Island and decided to get some food. So we went over to Jones, and I haven't been to Jones in a while, and I hear they're under new management. So we walked in, and of course we're going to buy some food. No, actually, we're going to buy some shirts because my wife saw the shirts and now we're going shopping. So what I thought was going to be lunch turned out to be a shopping excursion. And they had black shirts and blue shirts and red shirts, and we had to pick each one up and try each one out and feel the material and to decide. Now, imagine if there was a whole store of things to buy. I would have really been in trouble. Thank goodness there was only that little rack. Anyway, we sat down. Now, we got there real early. We were like the first ones in the door. It had just opened up. And it kind of filled up as we got in there. And that was fine. And so I checked out the menu and I was like, everything looks pretty good. They got some appetizers. I think what they're kind of known for is originally their fried food. So I was like, they had a sandwich, they had a flounder. And I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that flounder sandwich because that looks pretty good. So we ordered the food. And also we decided to order some drinks. So I want to show you something else I'm terribly bad at. Here's my IPA, and I'm going to pour the beer into the glass. And I guess I'm not doing it right. Now look what my wife's doing. She's tilting the glass. Wow, she's a trained professional. So when her beer was filled up, there was just a little bit of foam, and just like mine, just a little bit of foam. Okay, I'm not a bartender. And I'm not a fly fisherman. A few things we learned today. But my fish sandwich came, and it came with some chips, which my wife had no problem eating. And her sandwich was really good too. And I asked her if it was really good, and then she got mad at me because she's like, "Are you filming me? You better not be filming me." And I'm like, "No, I'm not filming you. I would never film you. I would never film someone when they're eating." Anyway, we got a box, going to get to go. And then, there was more of this store than meets the eye. The food was pretty good, and the normal part of the store was just, chairs and whatever. But then, I was like, there's more to this place. And when I got up there, they were like, "You need to check out Davy Jones Pub." And I was like, all right. So on the total other side of the restaurant is this Davy Jones Pub. And it's really, really nice in there. I don't think this video is doing it justice. The bar was all lit up, lights on it, and it was like this dark mahogany wood and really nice bar and all these tables and seats in there. And I'm kind of wishing we had sat in there to eat. So I need to come back here and eat there. But the real reason we went to Jones was because they have outdoor seating. And you know what that means? Bailey can come. So that was the real reason we wanted to check it out, to see if next time we came we could sit outside with the dog. So that's probably what's going to happen next. And we won't take our alcohol behind this point. Man, I was getting hungry, so the wife and I decided to go. We go to Swains Seafood, which I've been here. This is my second visit here since it's moved to this new location. This used to be the old Japanese restaurant, and then it was another restaurant for about a day, and that closed, and then Swains moved in here. And the front's closed. I guess they're trying to do the safety with the COVID thing, so they ask you to come in the side door. If you have reservations, you can knock. And they came out and opened the door, and then we got to go in. So we're only out there for about a second. It's got a really nice bar, lots of lights, and then we walked in to the dining area, and we decided we wanted a booth. So they sat us right down. No problem at all. Nice atmosphere inside, a nice menu, pretty decent food there. We looked it over, and I was kind of thinking about the fish. She had said the grouper was fresh. So before the grouper came out, they brought out these little chips, which had some seasoning on them. They were really good, and they were free, which is cool. My wife got a martini. I got a glass of Merlot to get us started here. And then they brought out the food. My wife got the lobster raviolis, which is excellent, by the way. And before that, we had I think it came with her meal, a bowl of chowder. Which I ate, which is really good. And then I did get the grouper. I got it fried. I just went for it. And they gave you some hush puppies, and I went with vegetables. And it was a really good meal. So I felt like I'm filled up. I'm ready to get back out there fishing. Dinner. Now, date night, we go to Tranquil Harbor. I love Tranquil Harbor. If you've not been there, it's just a small little restaurant, but the food's really good, and the atmosphere is fun, and the people are really nice. So we don't even get a table. I'll just walk in. I don't need anyone to seat me. I'll just go sit at the bar. And when I do sit down at the bar, they'll bring me a menu. So let's look it over. Let's see what they've got. Well, let me tell you, first of all, I'll tell you a couple things I like. The grilled fish catch, can't go wrong with that. The Krabby Mac is amazing. I try to stay off the carbs, but the Krabby Mac is fantastic there. Get that. I promise you, I won't steer you wrong. I also a lot of times I like their smoked fish dip, and I also like their wings. I like their local catch sandwich. So I'm definitely going to be doing the local catch sandwich today. And Tara will just bring me a glass of wine. She knows what kind of wine. I don't even have to order it. She just brings it and puts it in front of me. That's the kind of service you get. So Kim came in and sat down, and she's like, "Oh, I hope you're not filming me." No, I would never do that. So I ordered the fish sandwich just like I said, and it came, and I'm ready to eat. I got the onion rings, got some sides there, got some fresh onion on top, some tomatoes, some lettuce, and Kim got I think she had the steak with the crab on top. It's so good. It's like, I forgot what you call that, crab on top of steak. And so I got my fish sandwich, and I'm just ready to go. So I'm going to eat this thing right now. I'm going to enjoy this and finish this glass of wine so we can get back out in the surf and catch some fish, right? And I can make my own fish sandwiches. I don't know if I can make them as good as Tranquil Harbor, but I sure can try. So I ate that, no problem getting that all down. My glass of wine was done. It's time to hit the beach one more time.